Have you ever looked around your room and realized something uncomfortable? It doesn't look like a workspace. It looks like a museum of unfinished versions of you. The guitar you swore you'd master. The online course you bought with certainty. The gym membership that started with fire and ended in silence. And somewhere between guilt and frustration, a question echoes. Is something wrong with me? Because this isn't about productivity. It's about identity. You don't just want discipline. You want reassurance that you're not broken. The pattern always feels the same. You start something new, and the excitement is electric. You research obsessively. You imagine the future version of yourself who has mastered it. You feel focused, inspired, almost reborn. And slowly, quietly, the spark fades. Progress slows. The task becomes repetitive. Continuing feels heavier than quitting. So you stop. And then comes the shame. The replay loop. The whisper that says, you lack grit. You lack consistency. You lack something other people have. Over time, you begin to believe you are someone who starts, but never finishes. But what if the issue isn't your character? What if it's your wiring? There is a powerful instinct inside you that most people misunderstand. Some brains crave novelty more intensely than others. When you begin something new, your brain lights up. Learning is fast. Improvement is visible. Every small win feels dramatic. Your brain loves the steep part of the mountain. But here's the trap. The beginner phase is always the most stimulating phase. Once you understand the basics, the curve flattens. Progress becomes slower. Repetition replaces discovery. And for a novelty-driven brain, that drop feels like something died. Not because the skill is wrong for you, but because the stimulation slowed down. That crash isn't laziness. It's withdrawal from rapid progress. You're not refusing to act. You're refusing to act without fuel. But here's the honest interruption. Sometimes quitting isn't wiring. It's discomfort. The moment you hit real resistance. The moment your ego gets bruised. That's when your effort muscle is being tested. It strengthens when you stay bored. When you stay frustrated. When you stay after the thrill fades. If you always escape at that moment, the muscle never grows. And over years, that creates a false identity. You start calling yourself inconsistent, when in reality, you are simply untrained in tolerating the plateau. The plateau is the silent killer of ambition. It's the phase where progress is invisible, where no one applauds you, where improvement feels slow. In a world of instant dopamine from scrolling and streaming, the plateau feels unbearable. So you mistake boredom for misalignment. But boredom is not a signal to quit. It's the doorway to depth. It's the moment your brain shifts from chasing novelty to building skill. If you always leave there, you will live in exciting beginnings forever. So how do you break this without killing your curiosity? You don't suppress it. You structure it. The difference between a scattered dabbler and a strategic polymath isn't personality. It's sequencing. Polymaths rotate focus in seasons. They commit long enough to cross the plateau. Then they explore again. Depth in cycles, not chaos. And you don't fix this with extreme discipline. You fix it with micro extensions. When you want to quit at minute 10, stay for 11. When you want to close the book at page 3, read one more page, not to prove strength, but to teach your brain that boredom isn't danger, that discomfort is survivable. Over time, that effort muscle grows, and something subtle shifts. You stop asking, what's wrong with me? And start asking, what phase am I in? Thrill phase or plateau phase? And that awareness changes everything. Because now quitting isn't automatic. It's conscious. And if sustained focus genuinely feels unusually hard, brute force isn't the answer. Structure is. Timers, visible steps, reduced distractions. The modern world is engineered to hijack your novelty-seeking brain. If you don't control your environment, it will always win. Recalibration isn't punishment, it's strategy. The truth is this: you are not defective. You are not doomed to half-finished dreams. You have a powerful curiosity engine. It just needs direction. The next time you feel the urge to abandon something, pause. Don't ask, "Why do I always quit?" Ask, "What would happen if I stayed just a little longer?" Because that tiny extension is where identity shifts, where a dabbler becomes a disciplined explorer. And when structured intentionally, your pattern isn't weakness. It's the foundation of a true polymath advantage.